Hey guys, this is Roman and
John.
And we are part of Grimworks, but we are a special part of Grimworks. We're part of Perils of the Warp. So
Every time you hear that, it's him.
Yeah. So my bad English accent, that's me. But we're here today because Perils of the Warp is our Warhammer podcast. And guess what? Warhammer just passed down 8th edition, or what everybody's calling 8th edition, but what GW is calling it is the new Warhammer 40,000. It's stupid. It's 8th edition. Doesn't matter. But
I did not know that.
yeah, if you did not, if you look at a lot of their advertisements, it's the new Warhammer 40,000. It's not 8th edition, anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't say 8th edition.
Yeah, no, it won't. This is the Warhammer 40,000 Dark Imperium, the Ultimate Warhammer 40,000 box set. What this is basically Ultramarines. As you can see right here, I have mine painted up like Dark Angels because that's my faction. And we have Death Guard over here.
Slightly.
What is this guy called?
I don't know.
We're going to find out because we're going to open up this box. So, you get a good look at those. I always like that guy because he has a badass bell on top of him. And then I like that badass guy. He's a fucking big-ass assault marine that has 2 heavy bolters on his ass. So, come on. How do you not like this? But, what we are going to do is show you the contents of this box. So, let's go ahead and take a look. I'll unwrap it. John, you have the pleasure of sliding open the box and seeing what else is in there. Ooh. New 8th edition. So it tells you what the contents on the box, on the back of the box, if you want to get a shot of that.
I was just seeing if this dude's name was on there. But you got your 2 armies facing off. Couple of the new models and characters back here so you can see what they look like painted.
And this is just the very beginning. So you'll see that's pretty much the new artwork for 8th edition. That's one of the big things that they started doing. So we're going to put this down just a bit. And this is the actual models. So, it's pretty cool. Has an Imperium sticker right there. So it shows you right there. Let's see. Thank you, sir.
You can get these at Buc-ee's for way too much money.
Fair enough. And
don't go in there on payday.
Let's see what we got here. We got a few. This is one of the Imperium, as you can see. So
the jump pack?
Yeah, this right here would be your jump pack. This is, I think that's a plasma gun. So they're all kind of, I guess, they don't have a set way, but I think you have 2 of these in particular. So 2 of the same ones. Yeah, right here. So these 2 are the same right here. And then this is another one for the Spice Marines. And what do you got over there, John?
I got this dude with the bell, and some other fat Nurgle dude. Looks like the Lord, maybe.
I think these are
there's definitely a lot of great, disgusting detail on there for Nurgle.
I think these are some of the Poxwalkers.
The new zombies!
So all together, it looks like you get 3 small sprues, and then you get a large sprue for your army. So this is another one of the large sprues for the Marines, and I believe that's the one for the Death Guard.
Yep, this one has the Plague Spitter, which is a new-ish vehicle. Because I don't think it's supposed to be the exact same Forge World vehicle that looks like it. Well, I think it's supposed to be like a whole new thing entirely.
Yeah, it looks like a whole new thing, and honestly, it just looks cool. It kind of has like this kind of a weird egg shape with these big ass engines on either side, so it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fly with the built-in helicopter engine.
Yeah, but you have the most important thing. One of the most important things in that book.
Yes, this box. It's more expensive than any of the box sets that came before it. That's because it actually comes with a full-size hardback rulebook.
Yep. So in there, you're gonna find all the contents. You're gonna find what they call the 12-page rule book, as well as some of the more advanced rules. There are some things to deal with terrain, things like that. You're gonna get a ton of fluff. You know what, John? Give me that first little. Give that first little section. Read me off some fluff there.
Oh yeah. Before I do that, more Terry and the Reaper Primarch. He's coming, bitches. All right. So this is the first page. You really want me to read this out loud?
You're the better reader.
All right. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls die every day, for whom blood is drunk and flesh eaten, human blood and human flesh, the stuff of which the Imperium is made. To be a man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. This is the tale of those times.
There you go, boom. So you get a little bit of lore there. That kind of sums up everything that's been going on in 40K. You're also going to get some decals right here. So when you paint up your Marines, this is specifically for Marines. So you'll have a bunch of decals for Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves. So all that kind of stuff right there. And another thing is these little mini codexes. We just wanted to show you, if I can get this open. Oh my god, it's so hard. That's what she said. Ba-boom. Alright, so you get your Primaris Space Marines rulebook. So, just taking a look in here, it gives you some of the other chapters that are in the Space Marines, not just regular Ultramarines. You're going to see some more stuff, like the data sheets, actually. So that's a full data sheet, and it looks like the captain, Primaris captain in Gravis armor, I believe. So you can get some good looks at that. And then one of the things that you're going to want to hold on to, you want to go to really read this before you actually cut anything, is this is your instruction manual on how to put together some of these guys. So you can see right here, it'll explain everything, kind of color coded, and these are the pox walkers that you're going to be looking at. So pretty cool stuff. And it even gives you on the back some a painting guide right there. So all the Citadel things that you will need right there. This is the rules, basically, front and back. So you can see that right there. And this is pretty much all you'll need, but the rulebook, the full-size rulebook, has a few more rules you might want to check out.
Mostly the detachments and the playstyles.
Yeah, and then you have a Death Guard mini codex right there.
Yeah, and this little fat dude's called a Noxious Blightbringer.
Okay.
But one of the things I had noticed in here is there are different Death Guard subfactions.
That's cool, because that's something that really they'd never done before with Chaos, to be honest with you. So now it seems like they have successor chapters within the Death Guard, which is really cool. But other than that, the contents of the box, you're going to have a whole bunch of bases here. You're going to have anything from 32 mil, 40 mil, I think that's it. So it's 32 and 40 mil. Then you're going to have your little stands. So these little stands go with your interceptor guys right here. And then you have, looks like a 50 mil. And then a 60 mil. And I'm sure those go for a Death Guard. And then you have a little small lucite ruler, I guess. If you have anything else to rule, just use those instead. And the other thing is dice. So a lot of people actually like these dice. Let me see why. Let me get a good roll right here. We're gonna hit on what? We're gonna hit on 3-ups. So let's see. guess what?
That's a 1. You get to re-roll that.
Alright, so let's re-roll that. And what is that? That is a 5. So all hits. And
so I want to make a special shout out, a very big thank you to Get Your Geek On, a radio station on 9:30 a.m. Not at 9:30 a.m.
the AM
the
bandwidth.
AM radio station.
Yeah.
Bandwidth. I didn't know that either. A lot of things I don't know. But they had a contest where you could win one of these boxes, and I won.
Yep.
Yay!
I guess who's getting more Marines? This guy right here. But yeah, everybody, that's pretty much the contents of the box. You get your rules, get your stuff right there, and all of that. So $160. It's not cheap, but you get a full-size rulebook.
You get enough. I'm not sure about the Space Marines, but you get enough Death Guard to make the standard. What is it called? Battalion.
The battalion, which is the Chew.
I got a rulebook.
Yeah, we have a rulebook. I believe it's Chew troops.
3 troops.
Is it 3 troops?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 troops. Oh, it's 3 troops and Chew HQs.
Yes, and you get that in the Death Guard side at least. Not entirely sure how many of each unit comes in the Space Marine side.
It looks like you get 1 unit of. There's a Hellblaster, which I think is an elite. The Intersector, which is that one, and then the Intercessor,
which is the troop.
Which is a troop.
And then you got a Captain and a Librarian.
The Captain and the Librarian? I don't remember the Librarian, but yeah, I don't think so. I think you're wrong on that one. You get a banner. You get the Ancient. You get a Primaris Ancient, is what you get.
Huh. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Either way, with the Death Guard, you get enough to make the Battalion Detachment, which is the standard detachment.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really cool detachments that now every army has to share. You don't have your own army detachments, which cause a lot of headaches and brokenness. So they pretty much evened it out by saying, everybody, you get these 15 choices, and if you don't like it, play something else.
Yeah. And no one's stopping you from playing 7th edition if you really want to. But yeah.
I'm sure it won't be too long before they make up a 7.5 like they did for Fantasy.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that'll be some 30K stuff. But you can catch more of that on our actual Perils of the Warp podcast. And that drops the last Wednesday of every month. So it's a monthly podcast at this moment. We're working on maybe getting you some bat reps, especially with 8th edition. Things will go by quicker, and we can get these games out in a timely manner.
Because we recorded one, and the camera battery died before we were finished.
Yay, 7th edition. But this is 8th edition, a new beginning, and a new beginning for Perils of the Warp. So, this has been Roman.
I'm John.
And see you later, guys.